Are you looking for shorts today? I don't know yet. Maybe. We'll see. Not from here. I might be looking for longs as well. We are quite bullish. I don't have much bias. Tranquilness, how you doing, my friend? Bonjour. I saw it, Drunkenness. I arrived home, I checked it, it was the first time. It's okay. There's gonna be another one. APV, how you doing? What's going on, guys? How you guys doing? It is Wednesday. We are back to streaming. I am here to find a nice trades. Let's see how it develops. Drunkenness, you catch those longs, huh? I would even say that we are quite bullish. The way we've been holding is on a higher time frame we're still bearish, but on lower time frame, nothing much telling us super bearish sentiment. Rowie, how you doing? What's up, Rowie? Doing some charting. I just arrived home. We're gonna see how this market develops. I arrived home like 10 minutes ago. I haven't seen the charts today. I mean, a little bit. Christian, what's up? How are you doing, Christian? Estonia has amazing weather for trading right now. There's no summer anymore. Let's see what this market wants to do. I think we're gonna pump. I still believe in those 500s. Yeah, 500s. 500 is daily 21 EMA. Daily 21 EMA. Last week of vacation, so a bit bummed with this weather, but what can you do? Yeah, in Estonia you can't really plan your vacation ahead. You need to take it like tomorrow I'm gonna go. But I know it's not so easy. Suresh, good morning. Good morning to you, Suresh. How you doing, Suresh? Let's see you. Still getting a little bit traction from this 200 EMA on hourly. Yesterday we kind of closed 1 hour candle above it, and then we came back below it. Same thing. Enki even didn't close candle above it. I think today we're gonna break this resistance. Market is looking bullish. Is there a short opportunity? I think so, but not yet. You know, one of my favorite entry models is waiting for the 4 hour candle to open and let it do its thing for the first 10, 15, 20 minutes. Because what I've seen a lot in this market is this 4 hour candle that we are opening in 6 minutes is usually the first 20 minutes is the opposite what's going to happen for the rest of the day, unless we have like a super mega strong trend. So waiting that first 10 minutes with the new 4 hour candle, yesterday was the case, right? That's when I was longing. Ali, how you doing, Ali? What's up, my man? That's when I was longing yesterday when we were opening the 4 hour candle, which is right here, right? So we had this move down on the 4 hour opening, and then we just shoot up like almost 300 points. So we'll see how this new 4 hour opens and not opens and closes, how it opens. But that yesterday trade was amazing. Let's see. Michael Dell, how you doing? Guys, if you want music, we are on Kick. If you don't want music, YouTube is also there. Kick is a little bit more free in terms of what they allow me to say and do, and what music to play. But when market is pumping, huh? We are really taking off. 365 yesterday resistance. I still believe 500 is realistic target for bulls if we really continue to be bullish. And if we go to 500s, that would put us 0.5% up. I see the vision. Indra, how you doing? What's up, my man? I see how we can go to. I mean, 500 seems easy target. What a bump! Yeah, I wouldn't short this market right now. There is. You can say there is some resistance on 300s, but waiting for some pullback. Me too. I'm hoping this 4 hour candle opening will do its magic. Yesterday it did. Yesterday that 4 hour opening was beautiful. Gave us amazing entry. A little bit unfortunate we took a loss on the first trade. So that's why I'm a little bit more patient today with my first entry. So I don't need to do any comebacks. Give me one good trade, I'm done for the day. Yeah, lower time frames are. There is a room. Like ideally, you wanna reset a little bit lower time frame stochastics. We have overbought stochastics. Reset them, have a shitty pullback, and then we bounce. I'm $400 away from max payout. Okay, now, Michael, calm the fuck down. Relax. Breathe. That's the most dangerous place to be. When you have a certain amount of dollars that you need to reach, they take this 400 like your life depends on it. Wait for the best trade. You know, even I've been there where there's like $300 from passing the combine and then I blow it all. It has happened with me. And I know it has happened with many traders. Or there's so many traders I know who know, and I know personally who told this multiple times. Oh, I was 1 day away from payout and then I lost everything. You know? So usually when you're in that position where you have like a really small target to go, oh, you need to be you need to like completely step back 3 steps and take the last step with caution. We're all cracking NQ again today, of course. Do you think if your life was on the line, you could do another 100-day streak? Jamon, what's up? If your life was on the line, you could do another 100-day streak? Um, yeah, I mean, I think, yeah. Um, I think yes, but I wouldn't want to do it. But yeah, if your life is on the line, I mean, would I have a choice? Imagine dying on the 99th day. You make it to 99 and then you fuck it up. And then you die. I told you I was 300 away from funded. I blew it like idiot when on a week on a off tilt. Oh yeah. I think every single trader has been there. What's better trading method on Combine? Stop at one good trade or take more trades? Depends how big is your first trade, right? If you make like 1,000, why not risk another 300 to make like 600 more? But the thing is, like, don't play your hand in a way where you lose all the profits and then you're back to break even. I think if you find a good trade, it doesn't matter if it's a Combine or live account. If you have the discipline to set yourself how much you are willing to lose from that profit to try to make more, because essentially profit is a buffer, but there is a really thin line between. Let's see how this 4-hour candle opens in 7 seconds. I'm looking for a pullback, but there's I think really thin line in terms of like you make 1,000 and then accepting losing 300 and then losing 300 and actually accepting and walking away, right? A lot of cases where you think your profits are your buffer, in a lot of cases it ends up as a negative day because you lose 300, you're like, I was up 1,000, now I'm up 700, I want to be up 1,000 again, and then it kind of spirals. So it depends how much control you have on yourself. I think if you have a good buffer from your first trade, why not try more if there's a good setup? It's just like be ready to walk away, you know? What's the better? I answered your question. Do you enjoy trading or more of a business type of thing for you? No, it's trading is everything for me. You could give me $100 million, I would still trade. It's I don't want to sound cliche, but it's the love of the game, love for the game. I would trade if there wasn't money involved. I just love the activity of trading itself. Like I really enjoy it. I enjoy being the degenerate to shit to sit on the charts for 24 hours. I enjoy taking good trades, no matter if it's with 1 micro or 10 micros. Of course, with 10 micros it feels a little bit different, but it's like I always been a competitive person. I played football. I played a lot of CS, Counter Strike. I enjoy competitive nature, and I think trading is really competitive. You're kind of competing against everyone. You're competing against yourself. It feels competitive in a sense. So I would always choose trading, and trading is my main thing. I am now 360 away from funded. Couple of weeks ago, I went on tilt as well. I remember Denike. I remember. He was in the chat. I remember you had like, was you the guy who lost like 5 grand in a really short time? Let's get it. Okay, we are getting a little bit pullback. Orb high looks like a good long New York VWAP. If we come 50 points lower, 60 points lower, I'm gonna go long my first trade. We just opened 4-hour candle as well. It's a nice close on the previous 4-hour candle. Not me. Okay, there was someone in the chat who was on tilt as well, and it was at the same time as you kind of described. But it happens. The most important is that you bounce back in a way where you don't spiral yourself completely. You know, I was on a tilt where I bought like 20 combine accounts and yada. Quick Flicks, what's up, my man? 50-minute EMA. I think we are now getting the pullback that we want. I don't think this market is done pumping. Been wrong before, might be wrong again. ES touched the VWAP activation bands. Probably will get a little bit reaction here. The VWAP activation bands itself are not that much expanded, but what a touch today, huh? We came to touch those VWAP activation bands. Imagine if there was a video about how to use those VWAP activation bands, huh? Imagine if someone made a video how to use this tool. 100% been trying to trade small in New York session. Yeah, we had a Shagun yesterday who was confused why he got stopped out every New York session, and his stop loss was 25 points each trade. I'm like, but 5-minute candle is 100 points. How do you expect to stay in a trade with 25 point stop loss? So let's see if he adjusts. Come on, give us a little bit deeper pullback. The market is not just gonna go, right? We are, though, there is a potential divergence brewing. We have ES potentially taking out this high. NQ still has about 120 points to go. We'll see how ES starts to act after we create this divergence. We haven't made it yet. How far NQ is by the time we take this high out on ES. We have Nvidia break even, Apple break even, Google break even, Google slightly green, Amazon break even, AMD slightly green, Meta down, Microsoft down, Palantir down, Micron break even, SpaceX down. Man, SpaceX was the biggest. SpaceX was the biggest rug pull. Trump is speaking. Is he? Okay, he finished. So we have Trump saying Iran will pay a big price. Americans aren't against the war, really? Wait, he has took out the high. Okay, we are making, maybe there is a short setup coming. Will be funny, instead of pullback, it dumps directly. There's a possibility. We're still higher time frame is still bearish structure, but there might be something cooking here because we now have the divergence. ES took out yesterday highs. NQ is still 120 points away. If ES starts to really rotate back to the downside, maybe there is a short. I don't think it's now. I think we have a little bit more room to go up, but there is a potential setup in terms of divergence. But you want to see the one who is leading the divergence. So in this case, ES start to really break down. I don't think this is it. But shorts are becoming more attractive, I would say. But there's so much that bears need to do. They need to take the orb again. The VWAPs can hold us. 50-minute 9 EMA has no problem probably holding us for a little bit. Yeah, we might be cooking something for shorts. I want to see a little bit more. I don't think this is the short. This is yesterday's range, 50-minute range. Playing with yesterday's high of the range. Okay, we are slowly cooking. Slowly cooking. That divergence was enough. I don't think so. Gotta trust my balls on this one, and my balls say the bulls are not done. How is this 4-hour opening? So far, it's pretty muted, as they say on Top Step TV. Pretty muted price action. Now we have a small pullback. If you wanna try longs, 150. I will probably long this from 150. 160 is the VWAP. Yesterday we came down like 20 points below the VWAP before we went up. Not financial advice. Is this divergence enough for us to get into shorts? I mean, it's there. Lower time frame stochastic supports the idea, but let's see. We are getting the pullback. I'm still looking for buys. He just took out those highs, huh? Okay, now we are actually thumping. We are down 50 points. What's the volume profile telling us? Let me see. Value very high right here. Whereas yesterday BOC 322, how how's ES looking? I don't think this is the short. Or I would rather see this as a short and you get in longs. How far can it dip? I would say anything below 123 will be quite bad. I think like this area here kind of needs to hold. You don't want to close candle below this area, so it will be 120 to 150. That like 30 point area I think is really important for bulls to hold. There's so many 50-minute EMAs here. If you close candle below it, it kind of gets bad. If you close candle below it, that's probably the level you want to look for shorts. Right now you want to look for longs from this area. I would say that's the coin flip area. Wait. I need to cancel my parking. I forgot to cancel my parking on the car. Done. Like we are it's everything looks healthy for bulls so far. Kind of resetting the lower time frame stochastic. 3 minute almost oversold. The last time 3 minute was oversold. We was at 300 points lower, so it's kind of bullish diversions on the 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Still overbought, but curving down slightly. We're holding the 65 RSI that you want to hold. 15 minutes holding the 65 RSI really well. It's a higher time frame. RSI looks healthy for bulls. What will you wait for right now to go long? EMA retest. I want to see EMA retest. Whether it's ES or NQ. Because here I can put my stop around here, right? I will leave myself 30 points, 20 points, 30 points will be here. But like if we smash through this circle like really well, I will change my bias to bearish. I think that wouldn't be so good for bulls if we just fly through those EMAs. You want to hold those EMAs on a lower time frame in order to keep the trend up, right? And if I go on a 1 hour, yeah, 120s to 150s. I mean, if you don't hold that, we probably go lower. Same story for 4 hour, even a little bit higher, 180. So I might take a trade at 160s and then add another one at 120s. And if it doesn't hold, I'm out. I think 180 can be a good target, maybe a little bit lower than 180. That's the 9 EMA on 4 hour. Since we just closed candle above it, usually when you close higher time frame candle above those EMAs, you kind of retest them immediately, so you don't notice it on a shorter time frame. Kind of what we're seeing on ES. ES closed this candle above the 100 EMA on 4 hour. Right now might be the retest, then we might bounce from here. Again, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but that's usually the case. You break those high time frame EMAs, you come back to them, and then you either go below them again, and then you're bearish, or you actually hold them as a support or resistance, and then bounce. Like ES is doing it quite well, right? Last 4 hour candle, close above. Right now we are retesting it, getting pounds from there possibly. For NQ, the same story is on 9 EMA. We last candle closed above it. I wouldn't be surprised if we come to this 185, maybe in 160. I think shorts there become really attractive, and that's the orb high as well. Okay, I'm getting more interested into longs, not shorts. Sorry, I said short. We have some cap left below. Do you think in few days we can get those, or it keep going up? Cap? What do you mean, like fair value gap or overnight cap? Thanks. Do you look at EMAs only on higher levels, 15 1 hour for entry, or also 5 minute? 5 minute, not so much. 5 minute is more if the higher time frame story starts to come through, right? Like if we don't, I don't enter based on 5 minute candles, because you have a lot of where we go over them, like here, like it doesn't give us so much clear trend, but it's more like if 5 minute is starting to develop bearish, there's a high chance that 15 minute can continue, and then it goes from one time to another. Otherwise, those high time frame EMAs is more like the overall direction of the market right now. These are usually the high time frame support resistance areas. If you're below them, you're bearish. If you're above them, you're bullish. They're also retest areas, since EMAs kind of move around. They don't stay in one place. You can have like dynamic support resistance. And I use 9 EMAs, the white stairs, the white staircase. 21 EMA is the orange one, 100 EMA is blue one, and 200 EMA is the red one. And that's why like we had the 400. That's why I said on Discord, like, hey, this is interesting level, because usually when you have super high time frame, like daily big EMAs, like 100 EMA or 200 EMA, it's not that we're never gonna come below it, but usually the first time we touch it, it's always a bounce. Like the first time when we touch it, because it's just logically thinking, there's so many orders sitting at 100 EMA on daily. It's like, when price comes to 100 EMA on daily, I'm gonna invest a little bit. I'm gonna buy a little bit more. I'm gonna DCI. It doesn't have to be long position, right? It can be just automated trading in terms of investing. Every time ES touches 100 EMA on a daily, I'm gonna buy a little bit. There's a few good examples here as well. And as you see, like the first time we touch, we break it, we touch, we break it, not break it, sorry, we bounce. As soon as we break it, we really break it. So I'm expecting 500, that's the 21 EMA on a higher target. At some point, I think if we're gonna turn into bearish, let's see what's gonna happen in Iran. We have earnings season as well. Earnings season tends to be bullish. But in order for us to go to 500 on daily, you need to put the story together on a lower time frame, right? Like you start, okay, we need 30 minutes to cross 200 EMA and hold it as a support. That we are kind of doing now. We are same area, 160. So there's a lot of decision making in this circle, whether you look at high time frame or 1 hour time frame, right? But if lower time frame don't hold this area, there's a low chance that high time frame will hold as well. So if we come through this area, that will be the area I'm looking for retest to short. And if we hold this area, I'm expecting to go higher because there are higher time frame EMAs as a targets and so on. Oops, I deleted my EMAs. Where did we bounce? We bounced 200s, not exactly the target, but let's see. I'm gonna stay patient with my entry. It's either we go 500s, I'm gonna look for shorts. By the way, yesterday I told in Discord that I'm looking shorts after 350. That's the 350. We went, I think, 10 points higher than 350. I went to 361. And yesterday I said on Discord that 350 will be the area for shorts. We didn't get reversal yesterday. I think if we get reversal today, probably higher than 300. It's because we have, okay, this is 700s. I don't think we're gonna go with 700s. But it's also like the key area, right? You see support here, that's 500, support here. So now if you kind of throw the line, we are in a slight downtrend on a higher time frame. Wouldn't be so low probability that, hey, the old resistance becomes support. You go on a higher time frame. Oh shit, what's here? There's 2 EMAs that we need to break in this area anyway if you want to be super bullish. And as always, like, what's good thing about EMAs is also like you can go against the trend and you can use these as your TPs, because essentially, like, if I go on a 4-hour chart, this chart looks bearish, right? We are making lower highs, we're making lower lows, so it's kind of like bearish structure. And you essentially are going against the higher time frame trend if you're long from here, and then you can use those EMAs as a target. Like, I know most of you probably didn't even watch the video I posted yesterday regarding VWAP activation bands, but the best play you can do with VWAP activation bands is if you short from VWAP activation band, if you short from here, let's say, I don't think you should target the lower end. Yes, you can have the full range day where the price reverses like the full cycle, but usually, like, you can go against the trend. Like, if it's a bullish trend, you find shorts at the VWAP activation bands and you kind of target the VWAP. The distance between VWAP is always like good enough for you to be really satisfied with your trade. Yeah, okay, if VWAP doesn't give any reaction, you keep holding it, right? Same thing here. If VWAP comes through it, retest and goes down, you keep holding it. But I know that Stewart in the Discord, he's not in the stream today, but he already tried what I explained in yesterday's video regarding VWAP activation bands. He already tried it on TAX, which is like German NQ or European NQ, and he already tried it on TAX, and he said, yeah, it works really well in terms of like playing this range, playing from VWAP to those deviation bands, playing from deviation bands to VWAP. Same thing, kind of EMAs. You can go against the trend targeting the EMAs because usually EMAs get retested at some point. Market kind of... Man, ES is looking now bearish. Wait. I might be seeing something. ES is starting to look bearish. Might be good for shorts. If ES closes this candle below the 50-minute high, I'm getting eager to short this market. $56 points if I would snipe an entry here. Let's see. ES is really going to into the orb. This is... Dow Jones taking dump too. Russell taking dump. I like how NQ is not moving with the market. That's usually a good sign for shorts. Or for a trade that NQ will follow. Let's see how this ES closes. ES is closing 5-minute candle into the orb. That's not really good for longs. And the volume is increasing a little bit as well. I mean, we do have the divergence at the highs. So there is a... And ES kind of getting rejected from the 100 EMA as well. This is getting very interesting for shorts. New York VWAP. The shorts are getting really interesting here. Just say you are. ES closed inside. Guys, we might have something cooking here. I will still target with NQ, I will still target the key area though. Let's see, if I want ES to show a little bit green candle because that will give us entry. But I am, based on how ES is looking, I'm starting to like shorts. ES is gonna test 9 EMA really soon. That's gonna be a key area, so we might get a little bounce. NQ holding the New York VWAP. 60-point stop loss here. I would like to have a little bit tighter risk. Hmm. 50-point stop. I like 50-point stop. Let's see if I can get entry, but this would be potential trade that I like. Oh, we really became pace to the downstairs, huh? I like how ES is affecting NQ in terms of every green candle pushes NQ up. But things are looking a little bit more bearish now. And if every green candle pushes NQ up, that can give a really good entry. It's a setup that I have played many times on the stream as well. where NQ doesn't want to go down. ES is already going. All the signs are there that we are going down. So I am hoping to see a little bit better entry for NQ, but I'm starting to like longs, unless we don't bounce from here on ES. ES is on key area. ES is kinda in the area where I was looking for longs for NQ. If you go on a 15-minute, same circle, right? So if ES doesn't bounce from here, it's not looking good. If ES bounces, it looks good for bulls. But ES needs to bounce from kinda in this area here, which it's doing, which is good. But now ES needs to close back outside of the orb as well. Otherwise ES is gonna cook this market and take NQ with it. But if you're trading ES, it's not bad place to long. Not financial advice, but it's like if you break this area, you don't want to be in a trade anyway, right? Your stop is like here. It's not bad trade. But I'm looking now more to the shorts on NQ because ES. We'll see how we bounce from here. ES is key area. Very key area. And I'm hoping that I'm honestly more interested in shorts. Unless ES closes 5-minute candle outside of the orb again. Then it's a different story. But I think every bounce on ES right now is making a good entry for NQ. Yeah, it's not looking good for ES. And it's not looking bad for NQ, which might be a good sign for shorts. Give me entry, give me entry. I like how Russell is dropping as well. Okay, we are getting a little bit bounce. I might look for shorts. If ES don't close outside of the orb again. I don't need this chart right now. I don't need this chart either. I like this chart more. 7 seconds until we close this 15-minute candle. Will ES close into 9 EMA or not? No, we didn't. Okay, so bulls can breed here. Financial choice, what do we have? No, it's crude oil inventories. 250s. I don't like long so much how ES is looking. ES is still out inside the orb. It needs to come out from the orb again. I'm hoping to get really good entry on shorts. Okay. I'm gonna play it. Let me see. I'm gonna play it like this. I'm willing to play it something like this. Not gonna set my TP before I'm fully in the position. But I'm gonna either make money with one contract or I'm gonna go in with 3 micros and risk about 200. I mean, if we flash crash, why not? But we'll see. I'm taking it slowly in the beginning in terms of the size. If ES closes into the orb, outside of the orb again, I'm not gonna even scale into this. Let's see, ES is holding the VWAP. See, I'm not scaling into this position before ES retest the orb. He's doing it now. 539. Might even make a divergence here at the highs. Let's see. I'm waiting 2 minutes to decide what I'm gonna do with this trade. I'm only playing with one micro right now. Yes, closing in the or no. What I'm looking right now is I'm seeing if this 5-minute candle closes outside of the orb again. If it closes outside of the orb again, I'm gonna close my trade manually. Now, if this candle gets rejected here, then I'm adding to my trade. I have 1 minute and 30 seconds to see what I'm gonna do with this. And then I'm gonna add manually. I don't think it's gonna fill my order. 1 minute and 17 seconds. I have patience. I have patience for this. Oh, this is not good. This is not good for EOS. This is not good. I might add manually here. Oh, this ES reaction is not good. Are we gonna make diversions at the highs? I would be choosy, but I don't think so. Man, ES is no bueno. No bueno. These are the days. These are the days lows, huh? 250 points. I mean, if ES starts to do what it's doing, this trade comes real possibility. 83 points above this high. A little bit resistance here. Stewart, what's up, my man? I'm in a trade I was a little bit hoping I will get bigger on, but I'm still not convinced in this trade completely, so I dragged my order a little bit far away, but I'm playing with one micro. I'm not convinced in this trade yet. It's a little bit preemptive trade, but I can see how it might work. If ES continues this, VWAP was useful this morning with the first touch of... I was talking about you, Lucas. I told the guys as well that one thing that I didn't mention yesterday in the video is that usually when you want to play those deviation bands, you don't want to play them with full range because you lower your probability of, in terms of like trade playing such a wide range for you, right? But playing... Where is the pen? Playing this range or this range is super high probability trades because you can essentially go against the trend, you get a really good entry, and usually those ranges between the VWAP is really enough for you to be satisfied with the trade. And then again, you can like, if it passes the VWAP, you can kind of keep holding the trade, right? I might add to my trade quite soon and take this limit order off. I like this trade. Until ES closes outside of the orb. Then I will close it manually. But until then, the rest of the market dumping while NQ is going against the market. It's looking really good short setup, to be honest. We have divergence at the highs too. Let's see how this develops. I'm only risking 1 micro. I'm taking my first trade of the day a little bit more careful because again it's preemptive. We don't have any confirmations that we're gonna go down. Besides ES struggling with the orb. I really like what ES is doing with the orb. It's struggling. And I'm going for a wider TP as well. My TP is 250 points. It's either if ES takes out the session lows. It's a long way to go. Let's see how it develops here because I like what ES is doing. No. Notice sometimes you can just approach just short of the target, at least on the tags. Yeah. I would like Stuart. What I would also pay attention is, for example, NQ. Once the view activation bands are like painted out, once they are wide enough and yada yada yada, then NQ never goes above the last view activation bands. Now, when I was looking at silver and gold, they can sometimes go outside of them. So it's really like I will put attention regarding how tax is moving regarding those wave activation bands, because in NQ you kind of can be safe that the third line will always save you, unless it's news. News will fuck everything up. Man, ES needs to crack the VWAP. If ES cracks the VWAP, we are on for the races. It seems so different depending on which instrument you trade. Yeah, exactly. Okay, ES still holding. ES is holding important area. This is so important area for ES to hold. But if this area breaks on ES, then the shorts are on. And that's why I'm with the small risk. We're dancing in my entry. I'm nothing against it. Again, the smallest risk of the smallest risk. We make new high. We make diversions at the highs. It's possible. It's possible. I'm risking on this trade $200. A little bit less, a little bit more. Yes, holding the VWAP. NQ outside of the orb still. Do. Such American song, huh? It's the American rise and shine, bitches. Let's push it. I mean, 20 points off now from my entry. It's looking better than Carry on Wayward Sun is another American Glasses. Yeah, I know the song. I can play it next. Okay, NQ testing the orb high. This is the decision area. I'm gonna remove my limit order. There is no point of holding it. Now we are actually breaking structure. We are up 50 points. But I am not celebrating this trade in any way yet. We have a long way to go down. Long way to go down. For me to start celebrating. NQ tested the VWAP. NQ still holding the orb high. ES in a key area. It's my first trade, Stuart. First trade. First trade. I arrived a little bit later as well, but I'm going for a banger. I'm going for 250 points right off the start. I mean, if I'm gonna change my TP if ES comes and takes out the low before NQ. I will be too afraid for diversion. So, but I'm targeting the same low in terms of like ES movement. If ES comes to this low, the same low that I'm targeting, right? But it's the first trade. I'm a patient boy with my trades. Some people are probably already at their 7th trade of the day, huh? Key area for NQ, by the way. Those 180s. Where we bounce right now, 170s, 180s, 150s. All of this is so key area. So I wouldn't be surprised if it bounced from here a little bit. Max payout unlocked. Let's go. Let's go, Michael. What you gonna do with your max payout? But congratulations, man. It's one of the best feelings in the world. It is probably top 2. Like taking money from the, like actually withdrawing money from trading is there is a different kind of feeling that it has. So congratulations, my man. Well done. Did you take longs or shorts in the end? Please tell me you took shorts because of me, so I can get a little bit glory. I'm joking. It's all you. But I like what ES is doing for shorts. It looks much better than it did 15 minutes ago. It can look much worse in the next 15 minutes. Now we need ES below the orb as well. Still holding VWAP and still holding the orb high for on NQ. And it will suck if we stop me out and then go my way, right? Right? It's a possibility. I like shorts more and more and more. Closing the 1 hour candle now. Yeah, this is picking some strength, huh? As far as ES is not closing any candles above here, we are good. If we are closing above it, we were up 50 points, now we're back to break even. Okay, let's see how NQ is. Hopefully making our week. The only problem is the hourly candle closing. And this can, we'll see. 5-minute candle can't close above this. Right now I'm happy that I'm playing with 1 micro, because with 2-3 micros I would probably break even myself. It's my second payout this month. I'm going to save the payout. Yeah. I don't know, Michael, if you're trading full time, but if you are not trading full time, save every single penny that you make from trading to go full time. Speaking from experience, you will need 3 times more money. Victor, what's up? How you doing, Victor? Long time no see. Long time no see. How's your summer been? Oh, Victor, my man. How's your summer been? Still trading? How's your trading? I missed you too. I think this trade will take a little bit time to either lose or win. Oh, I like Russell. I like what Russell is doing. Hopefully ES doesn't reclaim the VWAP here as well. Do you ever ladder trade? You mean like based on the Tom? Like trade into the big order? No, but I like the style in terms of like they call it the caveman trades in Top Step. I like the idea because it's kind of like you're trading where the liquidity is sitting, right? But no, I don't have the level 2 Tom as well. I'm not paying for it, so I don't really see. Summer in Estonia sucks. You know that? Yeah, I mean we had a like 1 week of. I saw someone posting somewhere that we had like 1 week of free trial in summer in terms of like hot weather for 1 week. That was our free trial. Now we need to subscribe to actually have a good weather. For trading, I like it. I like sometimes, like, like when it's everyday hot, you feel obliged to go. Uh, you are, you are like, you feel when it's hot weather in Estonia, then you feel like you need to do something because it's not gonna happen every day, right? It's like really limited time, so you feel like I need to do something with my day. So when it's hot every day, I don't like it because I feel like I have the pressure to do something every single day, and sometimes I want to stay in. So I like the weather we have right now because it's like I can stay at home. There's no problem. The weather is shit. But in this year, I know Estonians, we complain always. But this year, the weather, it has been probably the worst summer in the last 10 years that I remember. It can get better, don't get me wrong, but it's been cold. Exactly. If it's sun outside, you need to touch the grass. Yeah, in Estonia, the pressure to touch the grass is even bigger, right? We'll see how it develops. ES took back the VWAP with volume. I actually am starting to see some little bit bullish divergences coming in. Yeah, ES bouncing on those short time frame EMAs. Um I don't like what ES is doing anymore. I think we are a little bit in for a dump. Bears are trying, but ES is now bouncing from the VWAP. Let me show you also what I'm seeing. Like, I don't like we took VWAP back with volume. Like, we had increase of volume with this. Okay, I think we have some news. Do we have some news? Looked a little bit. Let me see. I'm gonna close this trade. I don't like it anymore. I don't like it anymore. The reason why I closed it, I can show you as well. I don't like that we just had this reaction on ES. We bounced from the key areas like APV said, and then we took back the VWAP, and now we're holding VWAP as a support. So that's why I closed my trade. There wasn't the same signs that was there before. So I took a little scratch there, 20 points, but that's nothing. But I just didn't see the trade playing out anymore. We'll see. This new hourly candle opening, where we bounced. Let me see a little bit EMAs. Yeah, I mean ES bounced exactly where I was hoping NQ will go when we get the longs. We bounce from this circle, right? This right here. We're bouncing from the right area. NQ is here. But the way ES is developing right now, I'm thinking of jumping into longs, to be honest. I think this might be a good retracement to jump into longs. We hold it a little bit. The only thing is Russell, man. What Russell is doing is not good. But ES and NQ are bouncing, so we'll see. If ES closes above orb, I'm starting to like longs. There was such a nice confluence as to hold this short and then they disappeared, right? This here. You said before that Russell is the snitch, but what is the rough percentage that it is giving you the right information? There was a guy who did study on this on Reddit. Let me see if I can. I'll find. Let me try to find it, Stuart. Day trading. Focus on all. It's not even about Russell snitching. It's about the liquidity moving, and Russell is small caps, so it means that when it should move the first because it shows that the risk appetite is not so good in big money. There was a percentages. I don't remember from my head, Stuart, but I found the whole theory in a Reddit post. Someone posted it on Reddit, and it was like a big post, long post. I'm trying to find it. Let's see. Let me check a little bit later, Stuart. I'll send you DM if I find it. Still in short, just moved my SL the break even since my entry was higher than you. Yeah, we are at my entry right now, right? I don't know. ES is looking good again. The only thing is Russell. And Russell Russell can do this thing alone. ES needs to confirm it, right? You want Russell leading and ES confirming it. Still dancing around my entry. The thing there is okay, actually it is right now. if ES closes outside of the orb again, I think shorts lose a little bit probability. Because it was the reason I got short was exactly like these candles here, right? Going below VWAP, going into the orb, all of that, and also possibly breaking the key areas on EMAs. Like, I mean, that's exactly where I drew the first circle, right? NQ almost there as well. So for bulls, everything is working as intended. My short was based that, hey, ES might be breaking the theory that I had for bulls. It's either bulls hold this, and then ES looks like it's really gonna break this area, which will probably be down more and more and more. But now the reason why I closed the trade, it's the reasoning is not there anymore. Got break even. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't wait for stop loss if you're in short here. If you're still in profit, go to break even. It's better to re-entry if we see the same confirmations. I think if we see twice that ES starts to crack below VWAP, I don't think we're gonna hold anymore. There's an also, whether it's EMAs or VWAPs or whatever, there's also I don't want to say mentor. He was a scammer. There was one guy who was really good at trading, but he was a scammer. It was my first Discord, not paid Discord, but anyway, he kind of showed me how, whether it's EMAs, VWAP, when you go and test them and you hold them as a support, but you continue testing them, is like if you knock too many times on the door, it will open at some point, right? So the first knock doesn't maybe work, but if you like knock on a support level for 5 times, at some point there's not orders anymore defending it. So that's what I'm saying. Like if we really would do the same thing, like break the VWAP, I wouldn't expect us to like establish it as a support again. But now it's playing out nicely in terms of like, hey, we defended the key area, the bulls continue. Now there is at least for me no signal to short so far. We tried. It was okay trade, right? It was up 50 points at some point. But confirmations disappeared and I disappeared from a trade as well. That's another thing that I used to like really struggle with, is entering into a trade and everything is aligning. Oh, this trade is working out. All the signs are confirming the trade. Everything is going well. It's going to go to my TP. And then you see the signs that, hey, what you were seeing on the market, what you see on the market is not showing you the same signs. And then you're like, oh, I'm not going to close my trade. I know it's going to work out, but you see it, like you see it in front of you, like, oh shit, this is not, the market is not playing anymore the theory that I had and it was previously playing out, and you're still like, nah, I'm gonna sit it out. I was in profit, I'm a little bit less profit, you know? It takes a little bit, like, for some people, I'm not saying some people maybe are easier with this, but for me it took a little bit time to be like, okay, market is not showing me anymore what I want to see. I'm okay closing the trade before I let it to go to break even or profits or so on, or loss and so. New bread, a scammer teacher. So, I mean, we could do a little story, but I started trading crypto. I think some of you know it, some of you don't. I started trading crypto, and then we had. So I paid one time in my life for paid Discord. It was complete scam. But I was a newbie. I didn't know. I thought that's the way. So I paid for the Discord. We built community from that Discord, and we kind of separated from the paid Discord. So we're like, okay, fuck this paid Discord. Let's make a new Discord. We don't need to pay. We have like 20 guys. who don't know each other, we chat, we trade. And there was like one of us was kind of leading it because he was the best trader. He gave us like the daily analysis and daily thoughts and levels and everything. And he was mostly like, when he said some level, you were like, oh shit, it worked. And since I was beginner, I was like, oh, this guy is magical, right? How he knows the Bitcoin will bounce from X level. So he kind of grew a credibility in our eyes as beginners. And at some point, I think he realized that he has a lot of credibility in terms of like being the teacher. And then at some point, he said that all of us need to use his crypto exchange affiliate link because he feels that he's teaching everything for free and we don't need to pay to him, but just use his affiliate link. So he gets a little bit of money when we trade. And he kicked everyone else out who didn't use the affiliate link. I was like, fuck it, I don't care. I can use the affiliate link. I still trade on the same exchange. And again, I was complete newbie. And we traded a little bit. And then suddenly this same guy who was the teacher, he said, oh, but guys, I'm developing an indicator. If you know super trend as an indicator, you probably know visually how it looked like, right? It says buy or sell. It shows you the trend. It's a really famous indicator, like super trends or something. And he started showing screenshots of how his indicator that he's developing is working really, really well. Then at some point, he was like, okay, I'm going to share the indicator with you at some point. He was like really teasing. He was like, oh, this is the best indicator. You can pass prop firms with this, everything. And at some point, he sent screenshots of, hey, I shared the indicator to one of you, and he was making like 25,000 per trade. Like crazy money, like 25, 30 grand per day, per trade. And they claim to be with that indicator. So at that point, I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to work in my life. I have this guy who has an indicator that will save my trading and yada, yada, yada. Anyways, there was a guy in this Discord who had his dad money, about 300,000, and he was the one who had access to this indicator of the admin guy. And man, I should have long this market, huh? I was thinking about flipping the longs. It was the right decision. So one guy had like 300 grand in trading without knowing what he's doing, but he had a lot of money in trading. And the guy who was promoting the indicator, he told the guy like, hey, you can use the indicator, but I need to trade from your account. And in the end, so the guy with the indicator accessed the guy's account who had like 300 grand in the trading exchange. Now, one thing is, if you have access to someone who has 300 grand in exchange, there is one problem if you want to scam them. You can't withdraw the 300 grand to your name because the exchange needs like the two-way verifications. It needs email confirmation. Like, you're not gonna just withdraw the 300k without the owner getting some notifications and needing to confirm something. So he couldn't take the 300 grand out from the guy account, right? So what he did was he took the 300k and lost every single trade on purpose because he was making money from affiliate fees from those trades. And since he had like 300 grand on that guy account, he could take like 100k trades, pay exchange fees of, I don't know, 3,000-4,000. He gets the affiliate fee from that 3,000-4,000, and he lost all 300k on that guy account on purpose because he wanted to make money from those affiliate deals. Like, it was a crazy time. We when we found out, we had like a Discord and we made a different Discord. There was a guy who even approached FBI, but I think he was a little bit crazy. He was like a truck driver, and he was so involved. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to feds, blah blah blah." It's like, whatever. If you're young, same person, and fall for this, I mean, yeah, I mean, giving someone access to your exchange account for 300,000 is insane. And I think the guy who got scammed, who had the 300,000 in his exchange account, I think in his defense, he thought that nothing can happen with this 300,000 because, again, you can't withdraw it without confirmation, right? So he was like, if I don't confirm anything, he can't touch this 300K. So I think the scammer understood it as well, and he found solution to just burn all of this 300K just to make a little bit money from the affiliate fees. He probably made like, I would say 35K, 40K from those affiliate fees from destroying the 300,000 on someone else's money. It was absolutely insane. We had like a investigative group in Discord. We were all investigating this shit. It was good times, but crazy story. And it was crazy to see it as well. But man, longs are printing. I don't see any trades. I hope we go to 500s. I really hope so, because I would love to find shorts at 500s. Yeah, we bounced at the right place as well, right? I mean, to be honest, I was kind of looking for longs here. I had idea, I think I was speaking it loudly as well. I had idea that maybe I should flip longs after I took my trade off. Imagine if these people actually put effort into doing something good outside of scamming. Yeah, it was it was, the whole thing was so like you was shocked, because we had the community for like 7 months without anything before this happening. We were every day, oh, good morning guys. We didn't know each other, just a Discord group. Like, good morning. We sent charts, we sent each other trades. We had a lot of people losing money just because we were beginners, so everyone was like, oh, you got this, like, we can donate as a group. Everyone puts $5, you will get back on your feet. Like, we had like a nice group vibe. And then we had this one guy who was like the mentor of all of us, and then he turned out to be the biggest piece of shit. Like, the thing is, like, he took someone else 300K, lost trades on purpose. I can even find a screenshot of that, where the trade report, he was just like longing with 100x and closing it immediately, losing 20 grand. Again, longing with 100x, losing 20 grand in few seconds. Like, he was purposely destroying the 300,000, like, to earn the maximum from fees. And the most fucked up part for this was he knew that the 300K that he's playing with is another guy's dad money that he can't lose. So I mean, the guy who got scammed, I'm not, he was, sorry to say, you're idiot to allow this to happen, right? But he was in a position where he was like vulnerable. He was like, hey, this is my dad gave me access to this money. This is his life savings. He trusted me. If I can make maybe 1,000 every day. And then the guy who was selling indicator was like, hey, we have this indicator. We can make 1,000 every day. So he probably built a little bit trust, made like 1,000 every day for this guy. And then suddenly, boom. I have this indicator. I can get access to your bank account. Yeah, guys, forget the story. Let's talk about indicators. Yeah, but it was a crazy, but it was for me like, there was the only positive thing that I took from that story is like, in trading you can't trust anybody. Like, even you get, like, I don't sell anything, right? But don't trust me, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that don't trust me, but don't trust anyone in trading. This industry is so, it's full of people who like to take advantage as soon as they have a chance. Hendrik activation bans. Yeah, it's especially when you go into crypto. Crypto is even more shady because there's more young people in crypto. They get their first few thousands, they make a little bit money, then they want signals, and then it goes. The rabbit holes of scamming in trading and in crypto is it's not beautiful industry in that sense. And that's why I don't believe selling courses as well. Because I can give you the best trading course you can find, and it doesn't guarantee you be profitable. So what's the point? Man, I'm a little bit sad that I missed those loans. A new song, by the way. I started in crypto, and my god, it's insane the amount of scams. I mean, the in crypto, the thing is that it's a little bit like a mafia. There is a small mafia and big mafia, and what I mean by that is that there is a group of people. Wait, I don't like this song. Let's hope we can find the trades. Until then, I'm gonna just keep yapping. But in crypto, it's like everything kind of happens for a reason. It's more orchestrated in a sense. And what I mean by wait, we have divergence at the highs. Divergence in a divergence. Wait a minute. But in crypto, it's a little bit more orchestrated in a way that you have those whales who launch projects, who fund projects, and so on. And then there is, it's like a pyramid scheme, right? And then you have these guys kind of own the guys you see on Twitter. Those are the guys who promote the coins. They promote every project in crypto that it ends up being rug pull and everything. It's really systemized scam because, like, think about it. It's a big industry. It's probably the industry where you can hide your tracks in the best way, right? You can do fraud and hide, and there's so many Netflix documentaries about different crypto scams and everything. So it's not like only some guys in the basement. I think there is a circle of guys or women, doesn't matter, but there's a circle of people who are on the top. They have a smaller circle who control the influencers. I think crypto influencers most of the time are scammers, and they kind of pump the liquidity into the projects, and it's a shady business. There are some legit names in crypto, but the biggest crypto like Twitter accounts you can find, they all been a part of a rug pull. If you don't know what rug pull is, pretty much they promote the coin, and then in 1 year it's minus 90%. They pretty much tell you to buy the top, and then it's minus 90% in 1 year, and then you're like, yeah, sorry. But buy this coin. Sorry, guys. I didn't know it's gonna go to zero. I thought it's gonna go to the moon. I think it's all, they get paid for this, right? They get paid to get great exit liquidity, and that makes the crypto business really, really shady. Was fun to make money on silly sounding coins through? Yeah, I mean, like, you make I don't know, loads of money with poop coin, and you go buy a Lamborghini with poop coin. I mean, it's like, what do you do for work? I bought poop coin. I mean, it's crypto is a casino, right? Especially on the smaller coins. I think you can trade, like daily trade, Ethereum, Solana. They have a big market caps, loads of volume, Bitcoin, and so on. But everything else is like, if you make money, take the money out and play with your play money. It's casino. It's like if you make money in casino, play with profits. You can make money in a scam deal, you get rug pull. Oh yes. I made technically a lot of money in a lot of scam projects without me knowing they are scam projects. But I didn't withdraw it, right? I invested into something, the coin went up, whether it was meme coin, ICO, it went up. I'm like, oh, this is gonna go to the moon. Every shit influencer and every influencer is telling me that this thing is just in the beginning, it's gonna go to the moon. And then like, oh, I'm gonna keep holding, and then suddenly your $2,000 is $30, and you're like, yeah, I'm a fucking retard. Hmm. Man, I'm a little bit sad that I didn't enter into longs when I saw it happening, but I'm interested to see how this. Is there another short opportunity based on these diversions? Mm, it's the 1 hour EMA right here. 1 hour 200 EMA right here, right now, right? I don't think so. I don't think so. I still believe we go to 500. We had a nice pullback when I was shorting. We are at my old stop loss, huh? Russell is kind of turning around as well. How do you find streaming and trading at the same time? Seems tough being able to concentrate on both. Depends on the day. There are days where I hate it. There are moments where I enter into a winning trade. Let's say I go short right now. And this was right now, we don't have so many viewers. In September, in October, the viewers will be back probably because summertime. But there was a time where I a lot of times try to find reversals. And then I go in a trade, and then you got like 20 people in the chat saying like, "Oh, you go short? I'm long. I'm long." And this is the time where like I'm convinced in my trade, but I really start to doubt myself. I'm like, am I reading something that others don't see? Like, am I understanding something completely wrong? Like, I'm seeing potential reversal, but everyone in the chat is like, nah, we are long. Why are you shorting? And then once you start, your trade starts to play out, you kind of have lost a little bit confidence by the time it's working out, and you don't let it run, you don't let it take maximum profits, or you close it too early because a little bit gets to my head. There are days where I lose a trade and I want to take a new trade, but there is something in me that is like, I don't want to lose again in front of everyone, right? Everyone think I'm gonna revenge trade or I'm revenge trading. And while I'm not, well, it's just like, I had one bad trade, I'm gonna trade again. But it's a matter of like ego thing of like, yeah, I don't wanna lose twice, right? So I might skip some trades. And then there's a lot of positive sides as well. The positive sides are, um, people share ideas. Sometimes they see something I don't see. Um, Even with news, sometimes they say like, "Oh, we have this speaker right now," and I'm like, I had no idea that Trump is speaking right now. I don't know, Waller is speaking or someone. So it's pros and cons. Um, I the I would say the biggest positive side of streaming is, I think there's only been one time in my streaming history where I crashed out a little bit. I actually revenge traded live. Um, so there is a part that I want to do my best trading because I'm trading with the VOD that's gonna be up forever. I'm trading in front of many beginners who I don't want to see bad trading. So I don't really revenge trade on stream. That kind of develops me not revenge trading alone as well. I'm developing some really good habits when I'm streaming. And it comes with pros and cons, right? If I don't find a trade, like I would say one of the hardest things is when I don't see a setup. I have a little bit feeling that I'm wasting everyone's time. Everyone is just watching me to trade, but I always taught people, and I always like, And that's the truth in trading. Like the less you do, the more you make, right? Like I'm okay sitting here for 6 hours, not trading, and then finally entering once the setup is there. And in stream, I can't really control whether the setup will come in the first 20 minutes when I start streaming, or it's gonna come in 2 hours, right? It's not in my control. So there's sometimes times where I'm like, yeah, I want to like live trade for you, but I'm not gonna live trade just because I feel I need to, or because I think you guys are bored. So it's so. APV, I love it. Thank you. And usually I make a little bit more money when I'm not streaming. It's not because I take some secret setups, but I mean, trading is a little bit like life, right? We don't do bad stuff all the time, but sometimes we do some things that are not so good for us, right? We smoke, we drink, we stay up late and don't sleep much, right? And we know it's not good for our health, but we still do it sometimes. Same with trading. If I'm alone, sometimes I scalp with one micro, 20 points, 20 points, 20 points, and be happy with my, I don't know, 200. I don't do it so much on stream because I don't think it's really the trades I should be taking. It's more like, oh yeah, it's one micro, 20 points. I just watch for company, never copying anyone's trade. Much love to you, Che. I'm glad you guys enjoying it. I mean, I'm not a professional streamer, right? This is I didn't pick streaming. Streaming picked me. Jesus, it's a little bit cheesy, but it's something also that I'm getting more and more comfortable. In the beginning, I was quite shy in streams. Now I don't care anymore. Now I'm enjoying it. And yeah, sometimes it's. I think if I would sum up, the losing is the hardest part on stream. It's just I think it's like an ego thing, or it just sucks to lose money in front of everyone. That's how much I will say. Even though I know I'm not really emotional trader. I was looking like there was a YouTube video of people crashing out and losing money on live trading, and I was like, oh god, people do this. There was like one guy like in consolidation entering with 5 minis because he was revenge trading. I was like, oh okay, my losses are not so bad, right? I go sometimes against the trend in places where I shouldn't. I get stopped out, and then I get few people complaining in my chat like, why would you trade there? And it's okay, but I saw some guys in YouTube, they were like really revenge trading. I was like, oh, I would never do it live. No, maybe never say never. Good to have some entertainment if I'm going to watch my screen for hours anyway. That's the good thing about trading, right? Whether you watch me or not, you're still there. I'm pretty sure people enjoy more when someone is losing than winning. Oh yeah, of course. People are envious. Oh yeah, they're when the streams 0, my man. Taking the loss today, it's okay. We bounce back tomorrow. I trade and work at the same time from home. Some people can multitask and others find it difficult. Once you have well-defined system, it's just case of boredom, waiting for setup. Exactly. And a lot of beginner traders don't understand it, right? They come to my stream, they're like, where is the trading? And it's like, don't worry. One day you're going to understand it. If there's no trade, there's no trade. You're not going to trade every single candle. In the beginning, you want to trade every single candle. But the older you get in trading, sweep of Asia high. This is Asia high. Yeah. I don't think we have shorts before 500s, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I mean, I'm gonna say this much. If you want to take shorts, in terms of risk, this is the best place to short, because we still have this divergence, right? From yesterday, we still have this divergence. So if you decide to short from here, which I don't really see like as a really good idea, but there is like only thing is now you can have 29 points of stop loss for this if you still believe this this divergence will play out, right? Because like as soon as price hits more than 366, the divergence that I'm showing you right now with those trend lines stops existing. So if that's your reason to find shorts or confluence to find shorts here, it's good. It's a very low risk in terms of like, okay, if you lose money, you don't lose a lot, right? You're not gonna be like here where you need to have like 100 point stop loss. Now you're really close to the point where we take out the divergence. I don't FOMO me into a short. But I see like that's the only thing I see here for shorts. It's like the risk is not so big. I will not put my stop loss any higher than 365. Am I manifesting a good short? No, I don't think so. ES is inside the VWAP activation bands as well. And we are, don't get fooled by 15-minute candle, 1 hour and 1 hour candle openings. We are just opening 15-minute candle in 27, 26 seconds. I'm waiting too long if we get down below 290 just for 40, 50 point pop. I think 230 is realistic. 260 even. We get down below. I mean, you kind of said it, below 290s. The best setup for me, I mean, longs, of course, if we actually get another pullback. But if we now, if you looked yesterday video, you probably know what I'm going to talk about. If we now bounce in this area until we go, right, as soon as we start bouncing inside of them, they expand, right? And then we will expand into 500s, and 500s I really like to look for shorts. I think 500 to 560, if you find short there, it's not guaranteed money, right? But it's probably an area where you get at least 100 point, 50 point reaction, so it's still a good trade. And the reason is just this EMA mix here on 4 hour, 9 hour, daily 21 EMA, weekly 9 EMA right now. This daily candle looks like it wants to go there, right? Okay, we opened the new 50-minute candle. I would say it's a good open for 50-minute candle for bulls. Immediately making the bottom wick, kind of signaling we're gonna continue higher. Man, I'm still a little bit like I missed the long that was in front of me and that I don't like. I think I said it out loud as well when I closed my short. I closed my short around here with a little bit profits, and then I was like, should I long this? Yeah, the market read was okay, but the execution was not there. Let me check quickly. Bro, if I spoke this short into existence in terms of like small risk, then I will close the stream. Sorry, guys. I can't watch it. There was a thought in my head like maybe you should take it because the risk isn't so big. Maybe I should put the money where my mouth is. Oh god. Oh god. I don't want this short to play out. Please don't go down here. I mean, no, no. I don't want to believe this. I don't want to manifest this short. It's 150 points. Okay. Okay. I don't want to. God damn. The thing is, it's hard to quickly switch biases. With the long, yeah, I agree. And act on them, yeah, I agree. It's the thing is, guys, I'm gonna do a little bit self bragging. If you listen sometimes what I say about the markets and you execute based on them, you make a lot more money than I do on streams. Because I talk a lot, but I don't usually execute everything I say. But sometimes I'm like, oh shit, I called it out, and then it happens, and then you're like, yeah, I hope someone is actually listening because I don't want to give signals. I don't want you to copy trade me. That's not the case. But I mean, there was, right? Even if you make it 1-1 here. Yeah. It's not bad trade. It's not bad trade. Is that financial advice? I don't know. I'm a little bit losing my marbles with this move down. As soon as I said this is a good risk for shorts because the stop loss is so small, you have a really good invalidation point. We dropped almost 50 points. New strategy incoming noted. Yeah, we'll see. I hope we don't go down here. I really hope we go higher. But it is, in some ways, it is a valid setup. We took the New York highs. We are still bullish. 200 EMA. New 5-minute opening. I think we're gonna go higher. But it's just the risk reward. Even if you're short from here, now it's 58 points. That was so much better 50 minutes ago. It was a low probability trade, but just the risk reward was, or the risk itself was so small. Yeah, I'm gonna listen myself a little bit more. Do we have some volume coming in that sells this? One really good thing that you can look in markets when they have pullback, right? So let me make it big. So when we have this pullback right now, whether you look at this on 5-minute or 50-minute or whatever, if you're not using order flow, there is a really good indication in terms of like, hey, are we really gonna pull back, or is this healthy pullback and we're just gonna continue up? Is this candle, the last 1-minute candle, had the highest volume, if you see in the bottom, had the highest volume. So you can kind of make conclusion like, hey, the biggest volume was just before we bounced, right? It's not gonna play out the way I am explaining it right now, but sometimes on the trendy days, you have the pullback and then you have the last candle with the highest volume where we like continue the trend, and then it kind of, it's logical, right? It's like, oh, okay, we should continue the trend because that was the highest volume. It's somewhat funny when you have to convince yourself to listen to yourself more, right? I mean, that's the benefit of your stream. You guys are just listening, you guys and girls, you're just listening my thoughts most of the time. Like what else I'm yapping about, right? Whatever comes to my mind, I say it out. Markets give you easy environment to comment. And I'm a little bit, to be honest, I'm a little bit feeling FOMO for shorts. I don't think it's a good idea to short here. But there are some confluences that are aligning. That doesn't, oh yeah, that's one thing, right? We got the reaction from the view activation bands. NQ didn't test them. But it's just like, hey, we got one reaction, now we got another one. Like every time we touch them, they become stronger, right? So here they are a little bit stronger than before. 290s? You was looking for a long J at below 290s. Are you looking for longs right now here? I mean, this is... Well, I don't like this. What I don't like to see is this. I marked this trade with a little bit comment. Like I will take profits probably here because still the shorts are not low probability, but just do what you say, Enrico. Just do what you say. I was like, that's a low risk short. The stop doesn't have to be wide. If you're scared to risk 37 points, are you trading the correct size if you're afraid to risk 37 points? Let me try to find a better song. But if this plays out like 100 points, then I mean, it's dumping, guys. It is dumping. Okay. Okay, we have. I'll sit another 30 minutes. If I don't enter into another trade in the next 30 minutes, I think I'm done today. Coach, don't play. It's crazy when you look at guys like Chaemon, who's making so much money, and he says it's thanks to me. I'm not saying it. He says it, that it's thanks to me. No, it's not true, right? Coach, don't play. I mean, the thing is, there haven't been such a golden setups as well so far. It's even though this short looks good in terms of the risk, is there like a really golden setup? Is this like a A+ setup? Haven't seen today much. Besides, I mean, the best setup was NQ longs here because ES reclaimed the VWAP, ES took back the orb high, NQ bounced from the VWAP, so that was probably the best trade today in my eyes or in my strategies. I stopped focusing on predicting where the price is gonna go. Just take pretty much every trade where I think it's good risk to reward. The only problem is I have a holding to trades long. That's the way to go, right? The last part you said in terms of holding trades, that's something that I think like it just comes with time. You see, it comes with two types of things, right? You will see a lot of times where you're like, oh, I missed so much money. I don't want to miss again so much money. But yeah, you're right in terms of like just taking a trade, going with it when the risk is good enough. I don't think this setup is to play 2 times. I think we had this pullback 50 points. Sometimes if you go against the trend, you can't hope for more than maybe 60, 70 points, 50 points. I mean, 50 points with 10 micros is 1,000, right? I trade mostly small size, so 50 points is not so appetizing, but I think any professional trader, if they say like, if you say to them like, hey, would you take 50-point trades on NQ if they're guaranteed to hit? I mean, everybody will say yes. But let's see. It's not bad. Just don't like the stop loss. If I short here, yeah, it's 82 points compared to 30 points what I was talking loudly. But it's not the worst short in the universe. It's not like completely stupid trade. It's, if you like fair value gaps, we are bouncing exactly at the 15-minute fair value gap right now. Right here, right? I don't like to put fair value gaps on my charts because they take a lot of space. I think they're really easy to spot with the naked eye. But is there a short up here? Let's see that. Also, one thing is, I'm giving you a sauce. But if it's an hourly bullish candle, oh, we don't have even bottom wick, huh? If it's an hourly bullish candle, around 35 to 40, 45 is the only time we usually do the reversal of the candle. Like that time period, that's 7 minutes, 10 minutes from 35 to 45 is usually the time where the hourly candle is going against itself, and then it corrects in the end where it closes in a trend direction. I hope you understand what I mean. Like this move here started at 30, right? You had 10 minutes of against the trend move, and now we probably go up. Just something to keep in mind. I've seen this so many times in the market where you have a bullish trend or you have a bearish trend, and then there is a little time period where it kind of goes against the trend, and usually it's always at the same time, between 30 to 40 in terms of time. After the 30-minute candle close, we have a little bit against the candle move. I've seen it so many times because I've taken trades based on that. I'm like, oh shit, we are flipping to red, we are flipping to shorts or longs. And then it always happens during the same time. I don't know if it has something to do with algos, but here is a perfect example, right? We have a really bullish hourly candle. It's probably going to close really bullish as well, but there is this time period where it looks like it reverses, and it's usually always at the same time. This 10-minute period after the half-hour candle close, after 30-minute candle close. Keep an eye on that. You will see it. I might sound crazy, but it actually happens a lot. And you only notice those things when you spend so much time on charts, right? That's why I always say chart hours are crucial, because you start to connect different patterns more and more and more. Oh, we are going against the trend. Oh, it makes sense. Usually we go against hourly trend in that time period. There is a little part of me that thinks that shorts might be in. Let me see a little bit EMAs. Okay, let's see. I'll give 20 minutes. If I don't find trade in 20 minutes, we'll see if we continue the stream. Because usually I don't want to trade so late. There is a trader on YouTube, and I don't exactly remember his strategy, but he focused a lot of timing and hour candles, because price often reverses only after a half-hour candle is in complete or something like that. Oh yeah, you can tell because the previous 30 minutes have small wicks go into them before continuing with the trend. Those wicks on smaller time frame are tiny retraces. Yeah, wicks are like, I always talk about wicks, right? That's why I find that the best entries happen when this New York 4-hour candle opens, which is 30 minutes after the New York open. There's a lot of to do with like hourly candle wicks, 30-minute wicks, 15-minute even. Like yesterday I found a trade because I want to show you this candle. This was like really cool trade in a sense. Is this yesterday? Yeah, this is yesterday opening. So yesterday, this white candle here, let me put the line here. This white candle here, right? With the big wick here, this candle, right? This white candle for the first 2 minutes yesterday was completely red. Like we were making this wick, and this is where I entered into my long yesterday. I was like, I don't like how this 15-minute opens because we should be bullish. And then like we all see how this candle finished, right? It ended up super bullish. But the first 2 minutes of the 15-minute candle was this. It looks super red. That's where I entered on the stream yesterday as well. So yeah, you guys, I think the guy on the YouTube, whoever he is, I think there has like every bigger time frame candle usually have wicks. There are days where those wicks are not so easy to catch or they don't happen, but there's a lot of you can kind of like adjust in your strategy based on those candle timings, based how 30-minute candle opens, based how 1 hour, like if 1 hour opens super with the trend, you get a little bit skeptic. Maybe we are leaving the top wick to start the reversal, vice versa. If a high time frame candle opens against the trend super aggressively, you're like, we might end the high time frame candle in a trend and it's just the bottom wick. Yeah, I always loved putting attention on those wicks. And what you said, Camila, is super true, right? We get the 30-minute wick. Sometimes it's more obvious, sometimes it's less obvious, sometimes it doesn't happen. Nothing happens 100% of the time, but yeah, candle timings are, that's why I don't like trading on 1 minute chart. You need to be always thinking what's the time. Like you see one big red candle, maybe it's a 15-minute candle opening, maybe it's an hourly candle opening. Like you need to be more focused in a sense on so many different aspects. When you zoom out more, it makes more sense. Like right now, even this 15-minute candle is kind of shady opening, I'm not gonna lie. No bottom wick. We can flip this candle easily, but I don't think I think we are still bullish. I think if you wanted shorts, probably my visual trade was the best short. I caught the 50 points with my first short as well. If you go against the trend, I didn't take 50 points as profit, but if you go against the trend and it's not reversal day, getting 50 points going against the trend is always, in my book, it's always amazing. Shagun, what's up, my man? But then again, everything kind of works. At some point you get so sick tracking everything that you come to conclusion it is easier to dumb down your strategy. Agreed. It's like candle wicks is just for me it's like a side effect. Like if I'm looking for an entry, I will wait for that 15-minute candle opening because I'm hoping that there is a probability that it gives me the best entry for the next 15 minutes, right? But only focusing on what candle, I agree with you, Victor. It's sometimes simple is the best, and it also depends how degenerate you are in terms of like how much time you have to sat on the charts, like how much time you have spent. Because if you spent thousands of hours, then those things come automatically, right? But if you're a beginner and you're like, wait, I need to think about the candle timing and then I need to think about something else, you know, it for the beginner it's exhausting and not recommended. But if you do it for thousands of hours, then it's like, oh yeah, you need only like 2 seconds of attention. Long 280 there, let it stop me out at break even, did exactly what I thought it would though. Aye. That was a nice long you had there, huh? 50 points, break even. It's okay, Jay. You traded whatever you wanted to see and you executed it. Break even is a two-way thing, right? Sometimes break even is the right choice. Sometimes you do it too early. And there's a golden like quotation in the market. If you the market doesn't like you being break even. I did for 1,000 hours, in the end deleted everything from the chart. Yeah, that's why my top step chart is usually really clean. I don't have much going on. I don't have EMAs, I don't have VWAPs, anything. The execution chart is, and also my broker execution chart. No, Shagun, I didn't retest the long. I didn't long the retest. Like, this is my live account. This is my live account, as you see, AMP live, right? But same, it's the most clean you can have. I don't have anything besides higher time frame trend lines, but you can see my executions here. But yeah, that's the, I like to keep it clean where I execute. Information I can get from more messy charts, but I would never want to execute on EMA chart. Okay, let's see how this hourly candle opens, closes. I want to find a trade. If I find one with this next 10 minutes, I'm gonna continue streaming. If I don't, I'm done for the day. I haven't had much setups, to be honest, today and yesterday. Not the setups where I'm like, oh, I need to enter. I would say the Asian short was probably the best trade you could have taken, or this was before the market open, or the long before market open. But we are a little bit different market than we was 1 week ago. Our daily range is 400 points. We was at almost 1,000 point daily range. The smaller the daily range, I think the less opportunities there is for the market. And this week haven't been so many setups for me. I think so. We are only on Wednesday as well. But like setups that are like, oh, this looks really good. Not many. Well, dubstep is giving me strange songs. Okay, let's do a little bit more. Little bit more of trading. But yeah, longs at the open, probably the best trade today. Or breed test, probably amazing trade as well. Do we have anything on the news? What is this sound? What is this sound? I'm going crazy? I heard the sound from my headphones. So the news is news is that Iran war is still ongoing, or it started again. And what's the earnings calendar? Because this is actually what's going to move the market the most. Let's see. We have Google today. We have Google earnings today. We have Tesla and Google today. If you didn't know. Okay. That kind of explains why we are bullish as well. Usually when we are bullish before the big earnings. Who else we have? Thursday. We have Intel tomorrow. Google today. Friday we have no one. Saturday is nobody. I can't see the next week. 27. Okay, so we have this week and next week quite a lot of earnings, right? We have Intel, we have Google, we have... I don't see anyone else. Microsoft next Wednesday. Apple next week. Okay, so this week and next week. That's why I think... that's why I think we are a little bit bullish. So don't be in position after market closes today. Google earnings probably will move this market. It makes sense why we are bullish regarding Iran war kind of restarting. Okay. And then, yeah. And Nvidia earnings is always later. Let's see when the Nvidia earnings are. 26 August. 27 August is my birthday, by the way. So Nvidia might give me the birthday shirt, you know, go up before go down. Okay, and when it played out exactly how we kind of spoke about this. There is this 10-minute window where you can go against the trend, and then the hourly candle closes bullish, right? And some things you love to see when you talk about them and they work. We closed hourly above the 200 EMA as well. That's super healthy for bulls. No, 27. Not tomorrow. 27 August. 27 August is my birthday. I think we're gonna go to 500. That this area is the only area I feel comfortable shorting. We're kinda starting to zombie rally in a sense, based on the RSI. Not there yet, but we have signs that we can easily zombie rally. And you know, I told this many times on stream, but you know what's interesting how it played out this week? The Monday is the opposite of the market. Monday was super bearish. We've been bullish today and yesterday. And that's why I was looking for longs on Top Step on Monday, because my assumption will be that we have a bearish week, so we're gonna have a bullish Monday. But we had bearish Monday, and now so far we have bullish week. And those things really happen, huh? But now it makes sense why we are going up despite the war restarting. We should be quite bearish in terms of the war restarting, because they seem to be a little bit more serious about the war than they were on the first time. So it's not really bullish news, but it's equities. Equities like earnings. If Google has good earnings, everyone wants to be in before that. Google was slightly red when we started. We are now slightly green, so we came back to my visual entry. Is there something bearish brewing here to find shorts? I think shorts are not good idea. Can you catch 50 points? Sure. I would maybe if I short somewhere has to be with activation bands, but again, if you look my yesterday's videos, the more we kind of touch them in this way where we don't go inside of them, and every time I talk about weave activation bands, I feel I'm speaking some 50 grades of shades shit. So if you're not inside of them to destroy them, you see what I'm saying? If you're not inside of them and you're not like destroying them and making them wider, then it's really dangerous to play them if we just get reactions like we have right now on ES. We touch them, we get small reaction, and then we continue higher, right? Can you find shorts here? Can you find shorts here? Can you essentially find shorts here? Sure. But is this the trade you should take? So. But the way it's developing, like, there's two things with Viva activation bands. When they're escaping and the price, like, it's not touching it, but it's kind of like they're escaping. And you look for shorts here and they keep escaping. That's usually like another way to spot the zombie rally. You never touch the Viva activation bands, you never destroy them. God damn, this sounds so dirty. But you need to smack them a little bit. Okay, now I'm taking it. Now I'm doing it for myself. But you, like, by smacking, I mean like you go inside of them, right? You destroy them. You make them wider. Now, once you destroy them, once you made them wider, now they are strong. And then you look for shorts like this, where it touches them one time and you're like, yeah, guys, you can cut the video, just make audio from that. Oh boy, what do we have in this market? It looks to me more and more zombie rally day. Shorts here look good, but usually if they look good, that's usually when they're not good. The volume is really died down. Mama didn't raise no quitter as well. I don't want to quit for today. I have energy today. I want to stay on. I want to find a trade. But what trade do you find here is the question. Yeah, I mean, we are doing something that I explained today again. You close above high time frame EMA, you retest on higher time frame, and then you continue. Time to touch the grass? I think so. I think so. I think I don't want to find trades until 500s. Yeah, guys, and I think that's it, right? I was reading what's going on in the Discord. I think that's it for today. What do we trade here? Because I don't see anything. Short 500s, 550, 560, sure. Will it take like 3 hours to go to 500s? Probably. And if it does, then I don't want to short it, because usually you don't want to short a day or go against the day that has strong daily trend. You want to find that reversal more like the first 3 hours. We shoot into 500s, we start to consolidate, it looks like it's gonna do another leg up, but it gets rejected here, and then we dump, right? But if it grinds to 500s all day today, I think it's easier to short during Asian, London, because market has more time. So guys, much love to all of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for trading with me. Took only one small trade today, but some days are like this. I hope you guys enjoyed me yapping. Um, Everything points to longs. I agree. It's just not the location I want to long. Because the good chance is, let's say you long here, your stop is 60 points, probably some 50-minute EMA, and it's probably the right trade, but it's gonna do this, right? It's like it's painful. It works your way, but it's not the trades you catch during the opening. Don't go, I'm gonna miss you. Okay, tell the market to wake up and I'm not going anywhere. Tell the market to wake up and I'm not going anywhere. But this is looking exactly the way that the beginner version of me looks like. Oh, it looks good to short. Because it looks like we stopped pumping, we're not moving up, we're not moving down as well. Let me enter into shorts now, so when it later goes down and then later in 2 hours you are here, right? It's in your, it haven't stopped you out, but it's a little bit higher, and then you're like, okay, now I'm more disgusted of myself. No guys, but I think that's it for me. It's, if the market wakes up, if something happens, I'm gonna scream in the Discord, but I'm not gonna watch the Painco try. It is summer trading, don't forget. We can't expect every day to be super good. Price section today was okay. If you found longs, should have done it almost at open. I think I wouldn't. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Camila. Glad to have you here. So anyways, guys, I'm not gonna yap anymore. I think I've been yapping a lot. I wish you guys good luck in the markets. I'll see you guys tomorrow on stream. If I see something interesting, you will see me screaming. Anyways, guys, enjoy the summer. Go touch grass. Enjoy your evening. Much love to all of you. Ciao, ciao.